Hey everybody, it's Bruce again, and I'm here to share with you a story about my salvation. This is going to be pretty short because there's honestly not a lot to it. You hear a lot of stories about how people were, living a destructive lifestyle, and then they had this radical transformation or encounter with God, telling them to change their ways or something of the sort, and they repent and go to church. Maybe they grew up in church and went out in rebellion for a few years and came back to the Lord in their 30s or 40s and started ministry. And that's not my story. I was born and raised in the church. Wasn't literally born in a church, but I've never known a day outside of church my entire life. And at the same time, I really believed my whole life. I was not one of those kids who grew up but was forced to go to church and was dragged there. Not saying that I wasn't brought to church by somebody else. Obviously I was growing up as a child, but I wanted to be there. I wanted to please God. I always wanted to have a relationship with God. I always wanted to do what was right. That's just been a part of me my whole life. I've always wanted to follow God's commands, follow the Bible, be Christ-like, be godly. It's always been in my heart to do that, and I've never doubted, never stopped believing. So I guess you could say I've always been a believer. I've always had salvation. I've always from the youngest age that I could think and understand Christianity, I believed and accepted it and never once rejected it. So that's pretty much my story. And I'm sure I just sense that even by me telling this story that there are a lot of you out there maybe who are gay who also identify with that story more so, and maybe even other Christians who aren't gay that identify with that story, who maybe they've always been saved, they've always felt like they believed, and you never thought that, you never had one of those radical encounters or changes, and but you've always loved God, and so you're not alone. And that is my story. Short as it may be, I hope this encourages someone. And please comment, please ask questions. Please let us know how you're doing, because we're doing this for you guys, all the viewers out there, and we want to encourage you. So God bless you all. I love you all.